Good morning and welcome to Gas World TV's News Bulletin, bringing you a roundup of last week's top stories. News of a potential coronavirus vaccine dominated mainstream media headlines all over the world last week, with Pfizer and BioNTech's announcement that its candidate was 90% effective in protecting people from transmission of the virus in global trials. It was also a hot topic for us too at Gas World. Did you know that after a vaccine is declared ready, then comes the challenge of delivering millions of doses at ultra-cold temperatures with the help of dry ice, a solid form of carbon dioxide, and cryogenic freezers, which use liquid nitrogen. Vaccines will need to be kept at temperatures as low as minus 70 or 80 degrees Celsius, and they may have to be shipped from one continent to another. Gas World's US editor Nick Parkinson investigated what this expected spike in demand will mean for the dry ice market, with producers, distributors and equipment makers telling him they are bracing themselves for a tightening in the availability of dry ice. Carbon dioxide expert Sam Rushing fears there will be a shortage next year due to an increased demand for dry ice for shipment of food products, among other refrigerated items, particularly when adding to demand surrounding the pandemic. Read the full story on our website at www.gasworld.com. Air Products published its financial results for the fourth quarter and fiscal year 2020, in which the company's chairman, president and CEO, Seifi Ghasemi, said despite significant uncertainty in the global economy and ongoing challenges from COVID-19, we continue to deliver value through our stable business model, financial position, exciting growth opportunities, and the unwavering commitment and discipline of our people. The US industrial giant highlighted lower merchant demand for its industrial gases and higher expenses to keep operations safe amidst the pandemic. Looking at the segments, Air Products said sales of its industrial gases fell 3% in the Americas and 2% in Asia, but rose by 3% in Africa, the Middle East and Europe. Read our full coverage of the results on our website. In more news from the US, Keenan Advantage Group completed the acquisition of Fort Transfer Company last week, marking its third acquisition in 3 months by the truck transporter and logistics provider. Illinois-based Fort Transfer is one of the leading liquid bulk chemical carriers and storage companies in the US, and as part of the deal, Keenan Advantage Group will gain 100 tractors, 249 trailers, 158 professional drivers and independent contractors, and 45 highly skilled operational personnel. Moving across the pond now, British firm Metalysis announced it was being backed by the European Space Agency to develop technology that turns moon dust and rocks into oxygen. The ability to extract oxygen on the moon is vital for future exploration and habitation, being essential for sustainable long-duration activities in space. Generating products with local materials, a practice called in situ resource utilization, rather than carrying everything astronauts need into space, would significantly reduce the mission cost as well as the payload mass that would be launched from Earth. Metalysis said it will perfect its technique using synthetic material replicating the lunar surface. In other news, Ireland's first hydrogen bus is set to be fuelled with green hydrogen supplied by BOC. The bus is expected to begin trials in Dublin soon. It will run on green hydrogen produced by BOC through the process of electrolysis using renewable electricity. BOC said it's working closely with Hydrogen Mobility Ireland to develop a hydrogen mobility roadmap for the transport sector, which is set to drive forward Ireland's ambition to establish a comprehensive refuelling infrastructure that will support commercial and private hydrogen transport. More hydrogen news last week came from Swiss company Burckhardt Compression, which received a compressor system order from California's biggest hydrogen station developer and operator, First Element Fuel. The order will help First Element Fuel grow its true zero hydrogen network that it is developing with the state of California, Honda, Toyota, Mitsui and Air Liquide. It marked Burckhardt Compression's first compressor order in the US to specifically serve the growing hydrogen mobility market. Keep up to date with all things hydrogen on Gas World's sister site H2View, www.h2-view.com. Those are your industrial gas industry updates from the past week. Thanks for watching and see you again next week.